Just hours ago, following days of diplomatic foot shuffling and speculation, the European Union has taken a decisive step into the economic conflict that has been triggered by Donald Trump's tariff campaign. One that's seen this 104% imposed on Chinese goods and 25% on European steel, aluminium, new cars. And the EU has now revealed its retaliatory measures. It's no longer posturing. This is genuine escalation. Even if Trump calls his tariffs reciprocal, which ostensibly intended to correct trade imbalances and protect American industry. But behind that lies a scattergun assault on the basic trading, the basic norms of trading. Trump insists that the EU has long taken advantage of the US, not only through trade, but also by allegedly freeloading off American military protection through NATO. And this marks a full-scale return to economic nationalism draped in the stars and stripes. So this morning, the EU's 27 member states, bar Hungary, Orban, voted to strike back, and the bloc will impose a 25% tariff on an initial 3.9 billion euros of US goods from April the 15th, increasing to 13.5 billion in mid-May, and a final tranche in December worth 3.5 billion, and the total 21 billion euros in targeted US exports carefully selected to mirror the economic pain inflicted on the EU's steel and aluminium industries. Targets include agricultural goods such as maize, barley, soybeans, rice and poultry, industrial items like motorcycles, wood, plastics, textiles, and yes, even dental floss, and luxury and niche products like yachts, paintings, and some electronics. Interestingly, Bourbon whiskey and American wine have been removed from the final list after France, Ireland, and Italy objected, fearing retaliatory tariffs of 200% on their prized exports. This isn't just retaliation, it's choreography designed to hurt Republican-leaning states while preserving European economic self-interest. The European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has struck a notably conciliatory tone. She's offered once again a zero-for-zero tariff deal on industrial goods, something the EU has done with other trading partners. In her words, Europe is always ready for a good deal, but we're also prepared to respond. And respond they have. And this is no joyride through protectionist abandon. The EU is painfully aware of the potential blowback. Markets have already signalled alarm. The Euro Stoxx 50 fell over 4%, Germany's DAX dropped 4.2%, and the FTSE declined nearly 3%. US stocks followed suit. This isn't brinkmanship, it's economic trench warfare. Notably, the EU is reserving its most potent weapons. The Commission has not yet responded to Trump's 25% car tariffs or the 20% universal tariff, nor has it countered Trump's threat to slap duties on pharmaceuticals, one of Europe's flagship export sectors. Instead, Brussels has adopted a phased response and made clear its openness to suspend measures if a fair and balanced outcome can be negotiated. This is a game of economic chess, not roulette. Hungary's lone dissent underscores a deeper tension within the EU. Some member states fear that escalation may disproportionately harm small economies or trigger US reprisals beyond trade, particularly in defence or energy. And what we're witnessing is not merely a bilateral spat. This is an attack on the whole globalization scheme. China has already announced 84% tariffs on US goods in retaliation. Canada, South Korea, and others are preparing their own measures. South Korea has announced a $2 billion bailout for its car sector, and the rules-based trading order, once shepherded by the United States, now teeters on the edge of irrelevance. Trump's tariffs may be framed as leverage, but their impact is already felt in collapsing markets, disrupted supply chains, and rising costs for consumers on both sides of the Atlantic. In short, this isn't about trade, it's about trust. And the European Union has chosen to strike back, but not recklessly. Its countermeasures are proportionate, strategic, and reversible. Yet the broader danger remains that global trade, already fragile after COVID-19, Brexit, and the Ukraine war, will suffer a death by 1,000 tariffs. The question is whether negotiation will turn the tide, will return to the table before this escalates into a full-blown economic conflagration. Europe has blinked. Now the world watches. The question is, will Washington blink back? What's going to happen next?